Hello, you guys. It is the end of 2023. I hope you all had an amazing year. I hope your 2024 is even better. But at the end of the year, I like to discuss all the things that we should leave in 2023, and we are going to get right on into it. The first thing I want to leave in 2023 is Kiki Palmer, baby daddy. I don't want nothing to do with it no more. I don't want to bring this man up. I don't want to talk about if Kiki Palmer did this to him. I don't. Kiki Palmer is an icon to me, and this home, True Jackson VP, was my show. Kiki Palmer is just more beautiful than ever. I wish her and her child nothing but the best. And I don't want to talk about that man. I don't care what that man got to say about Kiki Palmer. I want Kiki Palmer to enjoy 2024. I want to see Kiki Palmer in more projects. I want to see Kiki Palmer doing more and more things. And I wish her nothing but the best. And in 2024, I want to focus on the women who are doing amazing things and not their raggedy partners. That's what I simply want to do. And that's what everyone, I think, should be doing. Let's focus on the people who are putting out work that we should all take pride in, putting out work that makes Black people look good, putting out work that we all can enjoy, and that's Kiki Palmer. So I just want to love upon Kiki Palmer in 2024 and her baby daddy out of here. Next person we leaving right here in 2023 is P Diddy. I believe everything everyone is saying about P Diddy, and you know what? That is just the tea of it all. I do not think that P Diddy is a good person. Thankfully, it seems like P Diddy is starting to get some consequences finally. And you know what? We can leave him right in 2023. I don't want there to be people being like, ooh, y'all throwing away P Diddy, but y'all not throwing away Woody Allen. Y'all, no, we can leave P Diddy right here in 2023. We can leave discourse about P Diddy right here, and all the people claiming to have been wronged by P Diddy. I wish them nothing but success and thriving and money if they filed a lawsuit against his ass in 2024, and that's what I want to move on into. The next thing we can leave right in 2023 is curation and Blueface. Now here is the thing. I am not the Zeus to be whatever the fuck girl. Y'all can honestly leave those in 2023 as far as I'm concerned, but I know the girls like to fight about their little shows, so let me not. I don't know nothing that's going on between curation and Blueface, but every time I see those two names come up, it ain't never nothing good. It ain't never nothing good. So you know what? I want curation. Curation is a mother. Curation has a baby, and I wish her nothing but the best in that. I do not want any woman, any Black woman to, go out bad, go out sad. But here's the thing. I don't want to hear no more about it. I just don't want to hear no more about it. So I wish her and her baby nothing but the best. But curation and Blueface, we can lead us right in 2023 because I do not think the conversations are productive. I think the people having conversations about them are just invested in these two people being down bad. And so it's just like, how long you gotta watch the train wreck? Like, how long do you have to stare at the mess before it just stops being entertaining, before it's time to just drive along? And I think we are at the phase now where we can drive along. Do y'all feel me on that? I think we can drive along because this is 2 years. 2 years curation and Blueface has been the topic of discourse in some type of way. And I just think we can go right on along. The next thing I want to move on, this may be a little bit controversial. Halle and DDG, I don't know. I felt like this at the beginning of the year. There's nothing more to be said about Halle and DDG. I don't even know who DDG is. Like I said, this is kid business. And of course, I love Halle because I love Chloe and Halle. I thought Halle did an amazing job in The Little Mermaid. I think Halle has a lot of promise as an actress and obviously as a musician. And that is what I am choosing to have conversations about when it comes to Halle. That's what I want to invest my time in. I want to invest my time in Halle as the artist, Halle as the actress. I have no desire to get in the weeds about DDG and her dating DDG, baby, not baby. I told y'all back earlier, there's a baby, if there's not a baby, nobody is going to be asking me for pamper money. Nobody is going to be asking me to watch the baby. Nobody is going to be, so it's really none of my business. It's literally none of my business. Move on. Halle ain't leaving DDG. Every time y'all bring up something that DDG has done wrong or Halle should lead DDG, Halle stand 10 toes down even more than she already is. So what are we doing? It gets to the point, and maybe this is me at my big age, what y'all don't get tired of talking about the same stuff. Y'all lips not chapped talking about the same thing over and over again. It's just the same conversation over. Nobody's moving. Halle ain't gonna leave till she good and goddamn ready. DDG not gonna stop doing whatever the hell he doing to piss y'all off. So it's just and you not gonna stop being mad. So it's just you not tired of the same old conversation, getting the same old results. In 2024, we moving forward. We chugging along. So can we just do that? Next thing that we are going to leave in 2023 is Tory Lanez. This is the reason why I say we're going to leave Tory Lanez in 2023. Every 2 months, one of them urban blogger sites, one of these little random Twitter pages that say they talk about rap but don't never talk about rap, they just be talking mess about women, they will be look, see, Tory Lanez innocent, Tory Lanez didn't do it, free my nigga Tory Lanez. They do something like that, and it's just let it go. Let it go. Do we need to put you in the jail cell with Tory? Let it go. What's did is done. Meg Thee Stallion said it the best. You're defending someone who didn't even defend themselves. You don't know Tory. Follow me on this. You are sitting online defending a man you don't know from a hole in the wall. You don't know if this man is a liar. You don't know if this man is this, that, and the third. You don't even know if this man would spit on you if he ever met you. And you are defending him tooth and nail for what? You don't know this man. You do not know this man. You just hate this woman. You just hate women so much. And Tory Lanez helps represent that. And that's why you were doing it. Because it's done now. It's done now. We done went to trial. We done got a verdict. We done got sentencing. And of course, his team is going to do the whole appeal. And that's just what people do who are in jail. That's the game. Okay. But what are you doing this for? What are you doing? I don't get, it seems like a fool's errand. It seems like a fool's errand. And you're clinging on to things to make it seem like Tory. And I'm just what are you getting out of it? What? I don't understand what you person at home is getting out. Unless Tory's paying you to do this, but I don't know what's going on. But can we leave that right here in 2023? The next thing I want to leave right in 2023 is Jonathan Majors. Have your opinions, have your this. Oh my gosh, they took down an innocent black man. Whatever. Leave it in 2023. When the clock strikes midnight, I want your last Jonathan Majors thoughts to be out. Your last Jonathan Majors thoughts to be out. Because I don't it. Because when it comes to stuff like this and violence against women, you are always going to have your people who just ain't never gonna see it. Who just ain't never gonna see it. They ain't never gonna be on women's side about this. And you gonna have your side who is just I'm going to believe women as always. So it's just we never gonna meet in the middle and dance all night. I'm never gonna meet in the middle with a misogynist and dance all night. So what? So we can lead this right in 22 because to me, in my opinion, one side is just not operating in sense. One side is just not operating in sense. So what are we gonna do? So if we can't meet in the middle, we can't dance all night. Let's just 2023. We done called each other names. He not even in Marvel no more. A project's not lined up. People done dropped it from X, Y, and Z. Rolling Stone and everybody else done wrote articles about his behavior. 2023, I'm leaving it right there. The next thing I want to leave in 2023 is Taylor Swift versus Beyonce debates. Leave them right in 22. I better not see you turn on that phone, click the TikTok app, and make not one video comparing them to women. Let it go. Let it go. The weird thing about this is stans are always going to compare each other. Like, that's the name of the stand game, right? The thing is, I've seen people, like I've said before, with regular jobs, regular front-facing people on social media get into the weeds about Taylor Swift versus Beyonce. Let it go. You do both women a disservice when you compare the two of them. And I don't see why both sides don't see that. Both women are being done a disservice when you compare the two of them, because the way both of these women approach artistry, approach being musicians, is totally different. And you undermine what each woman has been able to do when you try to make it seem like there's a comparison in that way. I always say the thing that makes Taylor Swift and Beyonce most alike, I think, is the way that they handle celebrity. I think the control both women have over their image is actually the more interesting way to talk about these women in that aspect. But when you are talking about them as musicians, how they go about musicians, and how they go about wanting themselves to be perceived in music, I just think you're comparing apples and oranges. And so if we're not going to have intentional conversations where I think both sides leave getting credit, both sides leave understanding why both women do the things that they do, how they approach music giving, I just don't see the point. I just do not see the point, because the conversation turns into things that like are obvious. Like, there's no one singing right now who sings better than Beyonce, but like, that's obvious. You get what I'm saying? No one is selling records the way Taylor Swift is selling records. That's obvious. So like, it just is like, what's being gained and all that? Like, I just don't think the conversation is fruitful. I don't think it's thoughtful. I just think it's mess for mess sake. And what are we doing here? What simply are we doing? So it does both women a disservice when you do this, and it takes away from what both women have been able to do, what both women continue to be able to do. And so, cut it out. Cut it out. The next thing I want to leave in 2023 is mad engagement bait. I want you guys to read articles, headlines, TikToks, look at the TikToks, and look at the tweets and be like, oh, this person is engagement farming, and they're doing it by getting me mad. This happens. You want to know who kind of perfected this? A lot of alt-right people kind of perfected this idea of mad engagement bait, where they make up a story about like liberals, or make up a story about like gay people that is like absolutely absurd. So like, this is the one that gets pulled around all the time. So like, someone who is obviously a bigot will be like, oh, gay people want to add pedophilia to the LGBTQ plus community. And like, it's obviously mad engagement bait. What they want a bunch of people to do is they want bigots to quote this tweet and be like, see, y'all this, y'all that. Like, it's engagement. It's mad engagement. They're trying to rile you up for a specific purpose. I want you guys to understand this is exactly what people do, and stop falling for it. Stop falling for it. They 100% want to rile up a specific community in order to paint someone else a certain way. They do the same thing, and that brings me to Jada Pinkett. They do the same thing to Jada Pinkett. They cherry pick something or make up a complete lie about this person, post it because y'all don't read shit, y'all don't fact check shit, and then y'all quote it being mad at this person, all because they just are a fucking misogynist. They're misogynists, wanted to get their misogyny out, and they're using you to do it. They're playing on your stupidity in order to get an agenda across, and y'all fall for it every single time. People do this about sex workers, people do this about gay people do this about black people. Like, they put up headlines that are just not true, but they know a specific type of person is not going to look into it, and they already have prejudice against this group of people, and so you're just going to engage with it, and it's all just to paint these people in a certain light. They are trying to make you outraged. They're trying to make you mad. And y'all fall for it every single time. The next thing I said is Jada Pinkett. Let Jada Pinkett live in 2024. Can y'all let Jada Pinkett live in 2024? You guys, I have never seen a bunch of accounts who need to get goddamn jobs post such like cherry-picked information, stealing headlines from years ago, And all they had to do was post a picture of Jada Pinkett and her bald head and put up the headline, and y'all engaged with it all day long. Context be damned. The quote being 9 years old be damned. Y'all just engaged with it all day. It's so funny. In 2023, you had a bunch of people being like, leave me out the Jada and Will group message. And I'm going to try you on two things. Number one, if you want to be left out the group message so bad, how come every time a text come through, you the main one looking? You know you can ignore. You know you can put on do not disturb, right? You know you can block. Like, you're looking for the mess and you responding to the mess every single time. These pages would not constantly put up this Jada stuff if people didn't engage with it at an all-time high. Accounts that don't even give a damn about black people business was posting Jada and Will stuff because the engagement rate on this type of stuff is at an all-time high. So y'all say y'all want to be out the group chat, but be the main ones plugged into the group chat. So that is number one. And number two, why the fuck does it enrage you so? Why does Jada and Will's life enrage you so much? Like, Jada makes y'all so goddamn mad, and y'all gonna have to work through that. I have never seen someone like her power. I have never seen someone where people seem to be so mad enough, and then it's not just men, it's women. Like, too, this woman makes y'all so mad, but y'all clock in to everything they gotta say, and it's just like, if you don't care, stop engaging. If you don't care, leave it alone. But at the root of it, that Jada does not deserve the vitriol that y'all spew at that lady. Like, please. So no, leave that in 2023. Bothering this woman, leave that in 2023. She's allowed to write a memoir. Jada is allowed to talk about her marriage. She's allowed to talk about her kids. She's allowed to talk about her dead childhood friend Tupac and everything else in between as much as she wants. Okay? So let's leave that in 2023. The next thing we leaving in 2023 is skits. We leave in 2023. We leave in skits in 2023. The reason why I say that is someone will be on TikTok or Instagram and will put up an obvious skit. It's an obvious skit. Like, the acting is terrible, and like, it just doesn't make any sense that this could be a real thing. And y'all engage with this thing like it is real. Y'all will make whole think pieces out of skits, out of stuff made up in people's minds. And I'm just like, so I'm the only one who know this is skit, or are y'all that bored? Are y'all that bored that you know it's a skit and you still want discourse? Leave skits in 2023, but most importantly, leave y'all interacting earnestly with skits in 2023. That's a big annoyance to me. The last two things I just touched on are a big annoyance to me. People engagement baiting and y'all falling for it. People bigoting engagement, being bigots and putting up things that people know will get other bigots upset, and y'all fall for that every single time. Like, all of that riles me up because it all is banking on stupidity. It is banking on you not Googling shit, you not looking up shit. The next thing, this ain't even on my list, we might have to leave Google and the Google search in 2023 as well. I say that as I'm sitting on YouTube. The Google search Google search is a fucking mess. You cannot Google anything and find results. Everything is ad likely. You have to go from you have to literally go to page 9 to find something that's actually valid for what you are looking for. Sometimes I will type in something and just go to news to see what's the news about this thing, and it just shows me random shit. I'm trying to look at what happened 24 hours ago in a certain city, and it's just what the fuck is this? Why are you showing me stuff from June? What is going on? It just don't make no sense. It don't make no sense. I'm tired of seeing it. So Google, we gonna have to get it together in 2024. I might have to leave you, okay? The next thing we're going to leave in 2023 is engagement farming. You have engagement bait and you have engagement farm. Mad engagement bait is when people put up stuff they know it's going to get a specific group mad and y'all fall for it. Engagement farming is when you say Mariah Carey can't never sing. Mariah Carey is a terrible songwriter and you just want a bunch of people to respond to it. Get a job. That's all I'm going to say. If you got to do that, get a job. Get a job. Like, I don't know what else you want me to say. Get a job. Get a job. So engagement farming is just like engagement. Let it go. Don't want to see it. No. Next thing we're leaving in 2023 is Amy Schumer. Enough said. We leaving Amy Schumer in 2023. Another thing we're leaving in 2023 is Colleen Hoover discourse. I feel like everything that needs to be said about Colleen Hoover, good or bad, has already been said. The books are already being sold. Most people who are going to read Colleen Hoover books have already read Colleen Hoover books. So we can leave that discourse in 2023. I hate redundant discourse. I hate when people talk about the same thing over and over again and never add anything new to said discourse. And that's why I feel like the Colleen Hoover discourse has got to. Another discourse I want to leave in 2023 is book talk and its effects on books. Like, I'm just tired of having that conversation. I am a firm believer, like, yes, I think a lot of the books that people on Book Talk recommend are absolute trash. But also, I know that there are so many people giving such good book recommendations, and you could just follow them. You could just, I'm not going to yuck anyone's yum. Clearly, people enjoy that type of content. They enjoy the books that they are getting recommended, and more power to them. I have seen so many butt ugly best books of 2023 lists, and I'm just like, you know what? If you enjoy those shitty ass books, that is more power to you. I simply do not care. It's so funny. I think when you are an actual reader, it doesn't bother you what other people are reading. It seems like people who barely read are the main ones so bothered by what other people are reading. I cannot find the time to give a damn about somebody reading The Fourth Wing. Do I want to read The Fourth Wing? No, but I don't care if someone is reading The Fourth Wing. I don't care what books other people are reading because I already have my places I go to find the books that give me joy. And that brings me to another thing. The people who also feel like they constantly have to like speak on the books that they are reading, like try to bring validity to the books they are reading. Listen to me and listen to me good. I don't give a fuck what anyone thinks about any book that I read. I know I read good books. Some books I read are bad. I'll be the first one to say some books I read are bad. Some books I enjoy are bad. Like, I read books, like, I don't care. I think when you are comfortable in the books that you read, when you are a reader, and you, like, it doesn't phase you in this way. And so I feel like a big part of the conversation around book talk and books and who's recommending books and are the books good or bad are people who ain't reading for shit anyways. There's a bunch of people, like, talking from outside of the club. I read 180 books this year. You think I give a damn that somebody liked one of these little books that people be recommending? You think I give a damn that people are reading smut all day? I enjoy smut here, there too. Like, it just doesn't faze me that much because I see the content I want to see. It'd be one thing if, like, all I saw was people recommending shitty books and that was it. I see so many content creators on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, all over, and then people in real life, people who write for publication, recommending so many good, thoughtfully done books. And so I don't have this doomsday mentality like, oh my gosh, what are the kids reading? Because I see what the kids are reading. So I think if maybe you need to look into yourself. Maybe if you diversified the content that you took in, maybe you would see that there's a whole world of literature. There's a whole world of books, and TikTok and the people who are popular on TikTok are not the end all be all of what's being recommended, what content is being recommended. And also, like, let's enjoy it. Like, let people enjoy stuff. Like, here's the thing. I'm hit or miss on let people enjoy stuff because, you know, I enjoy talking shit. So, like, let me enjoy doing that. But at the same time, like, them people on TikTok ain't hurting nobody, recommending they shitty books. And sometimes they, like I said, sometimes I love the shitty books. Like, I'm not above it. Like, that's the thing. I'll read anything era. I'll read anything era to give it a chance because I read so many books. And, you know, some stuff's a hit, some stuff's not. But as long as I keep living, I will keep on reading books. So I think the conversation is being had by people who don't even read that often. And you the main one with all this mouth. Stop. That's the big thing of this. Like, y'all just bothering me. I'm just bothered. Brings me to the next thing on my list. Interacting with things you clearly don't like. You want to know a pet peeve of mine? When people who barely interact with something or barely are knowledgeable on something start to interact with something, then believe they are the authority on that thing. That goes back to what I was just saying about book talk. You barely read books. You barely read books. You can't name 10 books you read this year. But you come into the book space and then believe you should have some authority on what people in that space do. That bothers me. Or like, you barely watch acclaimed films. You barely watch movies that are not blockbusters. But let's say all of a sudden you just watched May December because it was on Netflix, and then you come into the film space and believe now because you watch one movie that's not a blockbuster, you believe you now have the authority on that thing. You now are just like, yep, May December should win every single award, and that's just it because everything else, and it's just like, you just got here. You watched the one thing, you saw one, and now you think, and so many people do this. They just become experts in this thing by just engaging with one. You engage with one thing out of all of this stuff. It's just like, if I don't mind you talking shit about Colleen Hoover, get in line. But if you also can't name 10 authors that you would talk loudly and proudly about, that you very much so enjoy, you just here to talk shit. You're just here to talk shit, and that bothers me. That bothers me because it's just like I said before, you don't even go here. You don't even go here. You're just finding the opinion that has the least amount of resistance. You're finding the opinion that just fits with you, and then you're just like, that's it, that's the NLB, and it's like uninformed and annoying, and it clouds up actual interesting conversations that could be had. If all you have is like one thing that you enjoy and can't have a conversation about nothing else that has anything to do with this genre or this thing, you're just talking. Oh my God, people just be talking. People just be talking. That's why I was saying we leave in Colleen Hoover discourse in 2023, because it's just like, you don't even have anything to add to the conversation that ain't already been said. I've been told y'all 2 years ago the books was bad. So like, what are you saying that's new in 2023 about this thing? And so like that, people who just join in on stuff and don't know shit about that thing. And it's just like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? Ugh. And I think this is annoying me even more because we're running up on award season. People love doing this during award season. The 1-2 movies they watch that are willing to be nominated for, that could be nominated for like Oscars and stuff, they cling on to those films so bad and don't even think that any other good films could have been made and these actors in these good films could get awards. It's just because you saw 2 movies that's gonna get nominated, you think those 2 movies are amazing, but it's just like, have you seen what else is out there? Have you seen what else is out there? That bothers me, and I know I'm gonna keep talking about books, but it bothers me that people say like, oh my gosh, the book industry is dead. People are writing terrible books. And I'm just like, shut up. You don't know what you were talking about. Books are better than ever. I'm going to say books are better than ever. The amount of people writing good books is more than ever. And that is across the globe. We are now living in a world where someone in Japan can write a book and it be translated within a year. There was a time where if someone wrote an amazing book in Japan, you had to wait years to get the translation of it. But now we are living in a world where things are so accessible and you can take in so much literature, and we are reading some of the best literature that has ever been written, and you so focused on the shit that sucks. That's what bothers me. Half of your attention is just on stuff you don't like when you could spend so much time looking at the stuff you could like. But that's the thing. That's the thing. You're not excited about anything. The only thing that excites you is talking shit. You have nothing you're just really excited about. Nothing that brings you pure joy. And so all you have is the stuff you don't like. But let's talk about the things you do like. You can't. You can't, because you refuse to become an expert in anything. You refuse to get campy about anything, to get in the weeds about anything. You just have these broad ideas about what stuff is, and you never get in to what could be good. Don't get me started. Next thing we are leaving in 2023 is coming from Meg Thee Stallion. Meg Thee Stallion is too talented, too rich, and too cute for y'all to feel like y'all can open up y'all mouth against mother. And no, I'm not letting it happen no more. Y'all, 2022, y'all had it. 2022, the Meg hate train was nice and running, but in 2023, it was a stop to all that shit. In 2024, we continuing to put a stop to all of that. The next thing I don't want to talk about no more is Barbie discourse. I don't care if you like the movie. I don't care if you hate the movie. I'm just tired of talking about it. Sorry, I was kind of tired of talking about it before the movie even goddamn came out, but I'm gonna say it now. I'm so tired of talking about Barbie, whether you like it, whether you don't. Y'all go with whatever opinion is like the common opinion, but that could be a whole nother video on how y'all can't have one opinion. The next thing we're gonna discuss in 2023, break up with your favorite influencer. I say that to say you do not have to want to live like these other influencers, buy what these influencers have. Break up with your favorite influencer. Have an opinion of your own. That's what we're leaving in 2023. We're leaving hive mentality in 2023. Get an opinion that is all your own. Like, so often I see, especially with TikTok, someone will say something. They'll say an opinion or something, and you ask them to elaborate on that opinion. And they're like, well, I saw this TikTok, and it's just like, that's not your opinion. You heard someone say it, and for some reason, y'all believe everything people say on TikTok, and y'all take on these opinions, and you've yet to realize you have interesting thoughts. I promise you, you have interesting thoughts, interesting opinions. Another thing, curate your own taste. So many people are so worried about having a taste that appeals to everyone that they're not having their own taste. You're looking at this person on TikTok and being like, I like this, I like that, and you're taking it on without asking yourself, do you really like these things? These things become popular and y'all take this stuff on and you don't think like, do I like this type of stuff? Does this stuff speak to me? Like that, no, y'all so jumping on the next thing. You want your life to look like someone else that you're not living yours. You so busy trying to look into someone else's window that you're not seeing the life around you that could be so amazing. You're not seeing the things that you can create that are so amazing. The taste that you have that is so good. That's what you're not doing. And I want more people to realize you can exist as you. You do not need some influencer tell you how to live. Y'all let influencers tell you what detergent to use, what laundry soap to use, what dishwasher soap to use, what kitchen devices to buy, what couches to buy, what clothes to buy. Y'all let them decide so much for you that you're not seeing what the fuck do you like. What makes you excited? You know, that's what I want you guys to do. Find things that you actually enjoy in 2024. And that's, I think, where I should end it. I done complained enough. I done complained enough. Those are the things I want to leave in 2023. In 2024, I want 2024 to be about people being fully themselves. I want people to be fully themselves. I want people to discuss more the things they enjoy. I want people to talk about the stuff that brings them joy. I want people to fall in love with something and want to get in the weeds about it. I keep bringing up books, but there are so many books that I enjoyed this year that I don't have time. I don't want to discuss the stuff that did not bring me joy. There are so many movies and TV shows that I consumed this year that brought me so much joy that I don't even have the time to discuss the stuff that didn't bring me joy. I don't want to, because I just want to gush about the stuff that I really, really enjoyed. And that's what I want more for people in 2024. More people to embrace the stuff that brings them joy. More people to want to become experts about the stuff that they enjoy. Finding things that you enjoy. I would rather you discuss at length how to pick the perfect color for a room than you talk about for 30 minutes some shit you don't like. Oh, I hate neutral this. If you hate neutral so much, why not talk about in depth all the stuff you like about color? All the things that rooms could be, all the stuff that excites you. Why not do that? Instead of just talking about, oh, y'all house is neutral and ugly. And it's just like, but why not talk about what is beautiful about colorful? Like, that. You get what I'm saying? Like, people just spend too much time on stuff they don't like. And you could spend time talking about stuff you do like, but then you would have to figure out what you actually enjoy. Anyways, I will see you guys next year. Peace.